Welcome back to Mr. Nat's Maths, and today we're going to look at dividing by 10, 100, 1,000, and multiples of those as well. Okay, I'm just going to start really with basics. Here I've got 20 counters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we got 20. Oh, I forgot to label my place value chart here. Let's have these as tenths. And then we got ones, and we got tens, and we got hundreds, and we got thousands, and we got tens of thousands over here. If we get that far, let's see how far we go. Okay, so I've got 20 here, and I'll represent 20. Let's change color. 20 like this. Okay, so let's divide that by 10. Let's make 10 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 groups, right? And let's see if we've got enough for another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I divided this by 10, and I ended up with two groups of 2. So if I divide 20 by 10, I end up with 2. And we should notice this, we should know it from place value already earlier on, that when we divide a number by 2, all the digits move one column to the right. So 20 then becomes 2 when we divide by 10. Okay, and the same would happen again. If we divided by 100, we'd go, it's 10 times smaller again. So this would then move one more column over. If we divided 20 divided by, so 10 equals 2. We just found that out. If we divide 20 by 100, it's going to equal, we're going to move it one more column over to the right. It would end up being 0.2, right? Okay, if we divided it again by 1,000, then we're going one more column over. 0.2. No, making a mistake there. 0.02. So I got 2 hundredths instead of 2 tenths. So 20 divided by 1,000 equals 0.02. Okay, just about on the edge of my board there. Okay, so how does that help us? Let's see. Let's take another example, a larger number. Let me try and work this out without smudging all my lines because I forgot to bring my place value board. So let's take a number like 1,600, and let's first of all divide that by 10. So all the digits move one column over to the right. So the 1 goes here, the 6 goes here, the 0 goes here, and the 0 would go here, but as there's nothing in the tenths column, we don't even count it. So 1,600, let's use this part of the board, 1,600 divided by 10 equals 160. Okay, let's take that out for a minute. I've got a better eraser than that. Oh, much better. Okay, let's divide now by 100. So now I've got to move 2 columns over to the right. So now it's looking like this. 1,600 divided by 100 equals just 16. Okay, we can see how that works. We're moving all the digits 2 places to the right. Now the quick way to check with this is looking at the number of zeros. When we're dividing by 100, we take off 2 zeros. So this is looking good, all right? But effectively what we're doing is moving all the digits 2 columns over to the right. Okay, right, let's look how that helps us when we're multiplying by large numbers like this, but with multiples of 10 or multiples of 100 instead. Okay, so if we take something like we had 1,600, okay, But this time, instead of dividing by just 10, I'm going to multiply by, I'm going to divide by 40. So 1,600 divided by 40. Right, and this is going to be the same as saying 1,600 divided by 10 and divided by 40. Because I'm using this distributive property because I can divide this by 10 and I can divide it by 4, which means that in total I would have divided by 40. That's how that works, right? So I can divide it by 10 first of all, and we know that goes one place value over to the right. Okay, so now I've got this bit, which means it's 160 divided by 4. And as I know that 16 divided by 4 is 4, then the answer to this is going to be 10 times more, so it's 40. Okay, this wasn't 16, this was 160, so this is 10 times more than 16. Divide 16 by 4, and the answer is 10 times more, so it's 40. Okay, let's have a different example because the 4 there was a little bit confusing, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's take 2,400 divided by, we'll divide this by 600. 2,400 divided by 600 this time. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to divide this by, it's the same as 2,400 divided by 100 and divided by 6. Right? So I can divide the 2,400 by 100 and I can divide it by 6, which means in total I would have divided by 600. So let's do this part first. 2,400 divided by 100, 2 places to the right. So the 2 goes 2 places to the right. The 4 goes 2 places to the right. And I don't need the zeros. So it's 24. Oh, and this is really lovely, isn't it? Divided by 6. 6 fours are 24. So this is 4. Because 6 times 4 is 24. Okay? Right, and that's how we divide by 10, divide by 100. Dividing by 1,000 would be the same process, just moving digits 3 columns over to the right. And then we were using multiples of those to divide larger numbers. So, hope that helps with your maths today. Bye for now. Cheers.